So this is really what I want to talk about now on how we're thinking about resolving some of these challenges in some different ways that we have been addressing them. Some of you in this room may know about our $1 billion commitment that we pledged towards the African continent to address a lot of these challenges. Over the last year and a half, we have made investments in, I'll bucket them in 3 different ways: supporting fintechs and fintech founders, supporting fintech innovation and that ecosystem, as well as supporting information and knowledge development among managers and founders of fintechs. Let me talk about some of our specific programs. And I think I've already spoken to a few fintech founders just prior to getting on stage. And if any of this resonates, we would love to connect after the talks today. So we've got our Visa Fintech Accelerator program. A lot of you are familiar with it, how those accelerator programs work. We enable dozens of startups so far to really bring together the expertise that we could bring in, to bring together the technology that we could bring in, as well as to bring in investment funding and connections to those who can provide investment financing. We've also got the Visa Fast Track program, the Visa Ready to Launch program, which have been introduced globally to help fintechs integrate payment capabilities quickly and securely. We also love startup pitch competitions. I'm excited about the pitch competition that is coming on the horizon this afternoon. We've got our own pitch competitions that we do throughout the year called the Visa Everywhere Initiative. And so far, we've assisted over 12,000 startups globally across 100 countries with $16 billion in capital investing. We would love to see even more African-based fintechs and founders entering into this ecosystem so that we can connect and share some of our resources. So I also want to mention, once we've resolved issues around capital finance and we've identified fantastic companies, we still see there's other enormous challenges around fintech adoption on the supply side. And sometimes that comes down to the capabilities and the know-how of management and founders. Sometimes people with the hottest ideas might not be those with the most effective management skills. I myself am an example of that, of a failed startup that no longer exists in digital asset trading. So we also provide Visa access to educational resources for SMBs across the African continent, which we then tailor to really addressing those needs of when you've got a great idea, you've got the funding and financing in place, really addressing that side of the challenges.